Absolutely loving it. Everyone has been fantastic and awesome. How have you all been enjoying it? Woo! Yeah, all right, that's what I'm talking about.
That's amazing.
Good people, good food.
Yes. And what about the con itself?
Awesome, super awesome. How many other places can you meet all of these people in one place? Like, this is crazy how many guests they have here. Like, all of our childhoods makes me feel a little old, but in a good way.
Yeah, there's so many guests here that I'm sure it's really overwhelming for you guys. It's definitely overwhelming for us. I was like, oh, I didn't know that person was here. Or like I'd see somebody in the lobby and I'm like, that person looks familiar. I'm like, oh, they're from so-and-so movie or TV show. And I'm like, oh, wow. It's so fun whenever I'm at a convention where there's a mix of like face actors and voice actors. So I'm like, oh, it's like a whole other new world that I'm like, oh, wow, it's like across the way. Like you, me. It's like similar career, but very different.
Oh my god, the voice of my childhood is like at Starbucks right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Guys, I held the door for Winnie the Pooh.
Whoa.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so jumping right in. What makes Kaiju number 8 truly special?
There's a lot of things. You can tell that a lot of love has been put into that show. A lot of budget has been put into that show. I mean, like, they have these, like, A-list musicians doing all the music. That's, like, a huge highlight to me. And also, like, the protagonists are, well, I guess with the exception of Kikoru, the protagonists are all, like, grown adults, which is pretty rare. Because Kikoru's what? She's 16, right?
16, 17. Her trauma ages her, it's okay.
Oh, true. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, the average age of the cast is a little older, so it's a breath of fresh air for us old people, for us olds.
It's a nice reminder that it's never too late to follow your dreams.
Yeah.
You know, Kafka's someone who at the very beginning of the series, he thinks his dreams have passed him by, and he's kind of, he thinks that it's all kind of behind him, and then suddenly he gets a second chance in a very unusual way, but, he gets to live out his dreams. That's pretty cool.
Round of applause, that's amazing.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just piggybacking off of them. The fact that it is an ensemble show where all the characters have a moment to shine, everyone gets a story that you can get involved in and fleshed out, and also the fact that so many of the characters are just relatable. Everyone feels human. It's not just like a bunch of gods walking around and a bunch of like 6-pack, 12-pack ab children taking over the world. It's like, again, piggybacking off of them, these are adults, these are folks with real world problems, tackling them as best they can, and sometimes failing, sometimes succeeding. And yeah, it's that human aspect to it that I think kind of, makes it special.
I absolutely love that. So, in terms of popularity, right? Your show and is amazing when you get a Funko Pop, right? So, when you saw the Funkos, the toys, the merchandise, all of that being released, was it at that point that you realized, like, man, Kaiju number 8 is actually a lot bigger than you thought it was gonna be? Or looking back when you first started, you just didn't know what could come of it?
So, the manga was something that was on a lot of people's radars, especially in Japan, to the point where, and this happened a few years ago, to the point that I think people knew it was already going to be something special. And when the anime gets announced and the show becomes produced, you hope that it's going to maintain the same level of hype. And the Funko Pops, while don't get me wrong, absolutely nice and whatnot, I think really just the fan reception from the get-go is the true indicator of just what kind of a world we found ourselves falling into. I had the pleasure of being at Anime Expo where they were promoting it originally, and just seeing an audience filled with so many people, and Toho was there, the Japanese and the English side by side, kind of working to promote, and that's I think the real mark for me of just how special a show is when we have both sides coming together. When we have both sides coming together in order to help promote this show. But yeah, the fan reception, I think, first and foremost, is the thing that brought to light, at least for me?
I didn't know that Kaiju was like huge. There have been times in my career when I was on top of what's popular and what's not, and I just wasn't on this one. I didn't know. So when the audition came through, I auditioned for it the same as I auditioned for any other anime. I love dubbing anime. It's my favorite kind of work to do. So every time I get an anime audition, I'm excited about it, and I read every single time. And this was just, oh, cool, another anime audition. Like, this is exciting, awesome. I would love to play this character that has a deep voice and dark hair. Like, that's kind of my thing. I was excited about it, but I had no idea, and I'm kind of glad I had no idea that Kaiju was so popular, because I would have overthought it. I would definitely have overthought it. So.
I actually got to read the manga. I think I started about 2 years before the show actually started, before the casting call went out. And I immediately looked at Hoshino, and I was like, okay, if there's ever a way, by hook or by crook, I really want to read for this character, because I really, really dug him right off the bat. And so I had my eye on him from the beginning. I will say, yeah, what part of what makes the show special also is, yeah, like Nazeeh mentioned, we are lockstep with our Japanese counterparts every step of the way, and that's really unusual for him. We release at the same time. We're both involved in the promotion of the show. It's kind of a very unusual arrangement, but one that I really enjoy, and I hope that more shows emulate that in the future.
Yeah.
The success, I think, speaks for itself. And something else, yeah, the show from the very beginning, I don't know, it's so cinematic. I'm a big movie guy, and it's so darn cinematic. I mean, it's got pretty much a James Bond, theme song. It's opening, for both seasons. It's very Bond-like. And I will say, I think we've also mastered the art of the cliffhanger. In that first season, every time Nobody Got You the Way I Do starts playing. Yeah. It's like, see you next week. All right, yeah. So it's kind of a throwback in some ways to the water cooler shows of old, where we don't drop everything at once. We keep you guys in suspense week after week. For the anime only folks anyway. The manga folks, you guys know what's coming, and you guys know that the best and the beast is yet to come. Yes.
Woo!
That's my dad pun. Thank you.
Hell yeah. I'm definitely the newest actor on the cast, voice actor as long as I've been in anime. I was only working for Crunchyroll about a year and a half when I auditioned for Kaiju, and I was keeping myself very humble. I was like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna get cast for this, because it was obviously a really big show. And I was like, I'll do my best, but I just got off work. I was really tired. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and I was like, that wasn't my best work, but I'll just send it in. That's okay. I'm not gonna get it anyway. Basically, and there's this running joke in the voice actor community. It's like the auditions that you throw away, or not throw away, but the ones that you don't think about that much, or you automatically forget about them. Those are the ones that you usually book. It's
the ones you labor over and sweat over for hours and hours. Those don't work. When
that
you're
you thought you did
every word.
so good on. You're like, wow, I really nailed that audition. There's no way you're booking that. But yeah, I was so surprised when I booked it. I was like, wow, did they email the right person? I was thinking that. I was like, oh my gosh, me? Are you sure? And then I think when I saw it in Times Square and stuff like that, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know they do that for the really big shows. I was like, I'm in that show. Wait, that's my character. And I was like, whoa, that's so crazy. I got to text it to my mom, and she doesn't really know anything about anime, and she really tries to say the anime names, but she butchers them in her country accent. But she's like, I'm so proud of you, and all that kind of stuff. So I think that was really cool. That's how I knew it was so big. So it's how it's promoted. This show is almost like no other. It was the promotion immediately off the bat was just insane. How much they were advertising it.
I do love that countdown clock.
Yes, I love that countdown clock on the Crunchyroll app. It's so good. But yeah.
That's amazing, everyone. Give it up for the cast of Kaiju. That was amazing.
I love these random intervals for applause. This is great. We should do this all the time.
Okay, so, and yay for moms. I love that, by the way. So, fan engagement, right? That's actually very important. That's make or break, right? So, you know, we just talked about how you guys saw Jim Cummings at Starbucks, I think, right? So that's like our childhood right there. So like now you are someone's childhood, right? So you're literally
Stop phrasing it like that. Oh man. What are you
I feel like I
talking
just
about?
drank from the wrong
You're right.
grill. Oh no.
There's nothing nostalgic about us yet. Stop
But it
that.
will be.
No. One
We're
for
a little over a
three.
year old. Yeah.
No.
when you have individuals come to your booth, you know, share stories with you of how the show means a lot to them, and you know they're growing up with it, because that's the truth. What does that mean to you to know, like, fans are actually appreciating what you're doing, they appreciate you, and they're growing alongside it as well?
It's one of the most humbling and privileged experiences to be able to have, truly. It's, you know, you can have a career as an actor, like a lifelong career as an actor, and never be put on a pedestal in which people actually come up to you and reaffirm that your work actually means something. We have so many friends and peers that they want to be in this sort of position, and will never ever see it potentially, you know? And you know, it's one of those things where when we seek this sort of like craft, we do it because we have a passion for it. And because of the passion, like that's kind of what drives us and motivates us in order to pursue the career. This is one of the most unexpected and biggest bonuses that we could have, because it reaffirms that we're not just performing in a bubble. We're not only pleasing our director and like immediate audiences that may like watch, or our family. It's like, oh no, like the work actually means something, and it means something to so many people. And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all. This is, at the end of the day, I mean, that is just the truth. And I have nothing but the most sincere thanks to give to you all, because you have allowed me to have experiences that I never would have imagined in my life. So yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, you should be
round
giving
of applause for yourself.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brain cells. Mom said it's my turn to use the brain cell today.
It's bouncing around between all of us like the DVD screensaver.
Or the Fates and Hercules having to share the eyeball.
Yeah.
We share the one brain cell.
That's literally us. You said everything I was going to say, including that last part. So, ditto. Thank you so much. Yeah. Applaud yourselves again.
Absolutely.
For me this time. No, I'm just kidding.
We can never take it for granted for even a second, because yeah, this is an insanely privileged position to be in. To be able to tell these stories, to be able to inhabit these characters, I mean, it's a great responsibility. And it's really cool to see how it goes at, you know, because so much of what we do is just kind of shouting into the void and wondering, oh, does this stuff actually have an impact? And then we come to these cons and we realize, oh yeah, no, it goes out and it helps people, you know, in some ways. Even if it just, you know, escapism helps them at the end of a long day, or really, you know, enriches them, you know, on like a primordial level. It's like I say, you can't take it for granted, not even for a second.
So, the one thing that we talked about was the music of the show is amazing. Like James Bond-esque, right? It really is. So, for you guys looking into it for a second, the writing is great, the music's amazing, the character developments are pretty awesome. Overall, everything's great. But for you, as collectively or individually, what do you love so much about the show, either everything I just mentioned or about your specific characters individually?
We talk about this all the time. We talk about it at just about every event we go to, either on a panel or we say it to each other. I'm so grateful that everyone in this cast is somebody that I want to hang out with. Like, it sounds silly, but you know, when you're in a big popular show, you know, you hope that your castmates are people that feel like real friends, family to you, you know. I'm just really grateful for this whole cast and our director Sean, and everybody puts so much passion into this show, and we get to travel together, and it's the greatest gift in the world. And it's these guys are what I love about it. So
When I first saw that cast list, I was like, thank God.
yes,
We're gonna have so much fun.
no stinkers. no stinkers in this cast.
No whammies.
Yeah.
I will say I really love the way that the Kaiju number 8 explores it's not only the protagonist, but also all of the characters in the cast, all of the side characters. Every character has so much color of its own. Like they even have their own like color schemes, really. It's so colorful in how each character is explored through their own journey. Like everyone has their own moment to shine. Everybody has their own screen time. It's not just like a one-person show. And that is like so refreshing comparatively to a lot of shonen where it does really just focus on the one character's journey, which is nice sometimes, but it really feels like a collaborative effort from everyone in the cast and all of the characters to make this show what it is. Because it wouldn't be the same if it didn't have Hoshina. It wouldn't be the same if it didn't have Narumi or Mina or Kikuru. Like, obviously it wouldn't be the same if it was like Kafka, because it's revolved around Kafka. It's around his story. But it is nice that you can't just subtract one character. Like, it's all like we're all working together to make the show really great, and I really love that about this show.
All the beautiful colors.
Yeah.
That's the name of the new outro for season 2.
Yeah, I mean, I can't pick out one thing because it really is everything. Whether you go into the complexity of the story and the characters, whether you go into the amount of passion being put by all the gears involved, you know, from the cast, from the director, from the crew, production, and on both sides of the equation. You know, when we're in the booths, our director, he makes sure that we're happy with what we did before moving on and continuing with the recording process. And sometimes we'll even go back to the beginning. It's like, okay, let's just really quickly review. And even on the Japanese side too, you know, I happen to be friends with Masaya Fukunishi, who is the Japanese Kafka. And he is just one giant ball of positivity and eccentricity. And it's a pleasure to be able to see him bringing so much of himself into the role. And even like the composer for the thing. I remember he messaged me before season 2 started. This is like a couple months ago. He messaged me like a video of them working on the soundtrack because I made friends with them a while ago. So it's just a bunch of Japanese folks sitting there like doing the music and whatnot. He's like, yo, we're working on this right now, and I'm like, yo,
That is so cool.
So like everybody just in everything is passionate about it, and yeah, like there isn't a single aspect about the show that I hate at all, or that I could pick out as my favorite.
You could definitely feel like it's absolute family over here, so that's amazing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now we have time for a few questions. If you have a question, you can line up right over here.
Hi, Devin here.
Hey.
What's up, Devin?
Hey, Devin.
Nice to meet you again, Caitlin, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I knew you looked familiar. I was like, hey.
So, not gonna get into like season 2 spoilers, but what's probably been your favorite all-time moment from season 1?
From season 1? Think here. I think nope, somebody else answer first. I'm thinking.
I'll let you cook. Simmer down. I have a few. I really love whenever she gets Kikuru gets her axe and has that like kind of like rap theme going on in the background. I love that part of the soundtrack, and she like hits it and it's like golden, and like all the lighting in that scene is just, I've seen it so many times. It's so good. I also love the scene where Kikuru first finds out about Kafka and he's like on his knees begging her. Like that entire little animation sequence is like so near and dear to me. They look so cute, and she's like, I have it on a print because I love that scene so much. I'm like, it's so cute. But those are some. So there's so many like hilarious moments, especially between Kafka and Kikuru, that is just like so endearing that it's just so fun. So I'd probably say like one of those two.
That one time when you see Hoshina's back. That's it. That's all. Yeah.
Need some water over there. Just says the show doesn't have fan service. Yeah.
Get the spray bottle.
Bonk. Let me see. For me, it would probably be the big collaborative fight against number 10 in episode 10 of season 1. Brent Mukai, who plays Kaiju number 10, is fantastic, just phenomenal. I actually got to sit in on several of his sessions, and it was really cool to watch him and Sean find the character. Because he's just, this like berserker, in love with the idea of fighting, and he's so intimidating. And it's funny because Brent is the biggest sweetheart in the world, but he mostly plays big monsters and creatures. He's got a great, deep, rumbly voice. So yeah, that was really, really fun. That whole episode was awesome. And it gave me one of my favorite Hoshino lines, which is, let's see. You've got a pretty small core there, big fella. So mid-battle trash talk, that's always fun.
And for me, a couple of my favorite scenes, there are so many, but looking at each character, I love when I have the fight with Hoshina, as well as just sort of like the secluded, night study talk as well, where it's like, we have like our own little serious intimate moment. And he kind of like motivates me and whatnot. And then with Mina, I love toward the end of the season, without spoiling for anyone who hasn't. If you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. And for those who have, it's when we have the heart-to-heart in the back of the van regarding my goals. That's just a heart. And then with Kikoru, my favorite moments are always all the old man moments. Whether it's our first encounter, whether it's me just constantly yelling in my falsetto voice, and just it's a lot of fun. But also even the endearing moments where it's just he wants to protect her. She is precious and has found a way into his sort of found family.
Yeah. One more time, everyone, for the cast of Kaiju number 8.
Thank you, Daniel. You're amazing.
And thank you all so much as well. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you all. Again, give yourselves a round of applause.
Yes.
Please. And thank you so much for having us.
And come see us at our tables. We'll be here a little bit longer.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, group photo.
Photo, sure.